It is time to move to our fighters Q&A with our main event of the evening, brought to you by TGB Promotions and No Limit Boxing. 12 rounds in a super welterweight, very special attraction. Let's talk to Tim Tszyu at this time first. Tim, I know that working your last 3 fights in Australia, you are a huge star there. You have transcended the sport of boxing. You are a huge star, period. You've asked for a big stage in the United States. Now you have made it. What do you plan to do to take full advantage of that?
I haven't made it. The making begins when I beat Thurman. It's all part of the process, and he's just the first name on the list. And again, this is the takeover for me.
I've also noticed in your fights that you are a very confident risk taker. While waiting for your mandatory attempt at a world title, you took on 3 very difficult opponents, risked it all. You had a vicious dog bite on your arm that didn't slow you down. You went ahead with the fight. Where does that confidence come from?
Again, I look and aspire to the throwback fighters. You know, I feel like fighters these days in this modern era, they're just a bunch of pussies. That's just my opinion. The old throwback, when I grew up watching in the 2000s, everyone just thought the best, and that's what I am. A dog bite, at the end of the day, who cares? That's why for me it was just, I want to fight, and I want to fight the big names, and Thurman's the big name, and he's the man that I'm after now.
He is indeed a big name, and this is a great opportunity for you to take on a legend in the ring. And what does it mean to you for the opportunity to build on your legacy and in the legacy of your family name, your Hall of Fame father?
Yeah, for sure. Like, my goal one day is for the last name to be the greatest boxing family ever lived, you know, and it's big aspirations, but again, I caught it here, and we'll see how far we can get.
Very good. Well, best to you. You have expressed respect for Keith Thurman. Let's turn to Keith at this time. As I mentioned earlier, one of the great welterweights in our generation. Why are you moving up?
Well, you know, there's a lot of things that can be done. But, you know, moving up is just something that happens in boxing. You've seen it, you know, throughout the years. You know, you guys referenced earlier how even Crawford started at a lighter weight. I just love the legacy at 147, and I just think I milked the cow. I got what I got out of the welterweight division. I fell short of greatness on the night against Pacquiao. Still one of my most favorite and memorable nights of my life. You know, when I wear red, white, and blue in that ring, it's not because I'm a patriot of the American flag, but it's because every time Keith Thurman steps into that ring that I'm living out my all-American dream. I've worked for this ever since I was 7 years old. I just remember being told that you have what it takes for greatness, boy. You know, stay out of trouble, stay away from the girls, stay off of the drugs, you know, and all these fighters here, every sportsman, we know the sacrifices that we make, and no matter how tough it is, at the end of the day, those sacrifices, you know, they make us who we are, and they're truly worth it, you know. Anything worth anything in life requires sacrifice, and I've done a lot at 147. I'm a dreamer. I want to do great things at 154. I want to show the world what type of champion is Keith Thurman. I'm the kind of champion like Ali. You put me back in the ring, and I'm going to rise back to the top. You know, that's what this is all about. People have comments. People have suggestions. People come up with their statistics, you know. But at the end of the day, they're not with Keith Thurman. They're not seeing my grind. They're not in my head. They don't understand my mindset. And that's what March 30th is all about. Is just proving to the world that Keith Thurman was, is, and will be forever and ever one of the greatest fighters in the sport of boxing.
Does that mean that should you win, you'll search for the title at 154?
You know, me moving up, I'm just looking for great fights. I've done this in the past. I want great fights. I want great action. Tim Tszyu is filling that void right now. He's going to be providing me with the fight that I want. He's providing me with the excitement. He's coming young, undefeated, determined, trying to open up the gates to his new era, the new generation. But it's my job to close the door shut, right in his face. Make him, you know, they don't call him Pit Bull, but I want him to go tail tucked, head down back to his daddy in Australia. I'm sorry, Pops. I'm sorry. The Tszyu name, I messed up. I didn't know he was that bad. So, you know, I mean, this is boxing. This is my life. I love the adrenaline. I love you questioning me. I love you questioning me. Why'd you do this? It's now the moment. Are you sure? Are you ready? Do you need a tune-up? Do you want a warm-up? You know? So I just love it, man. I love everything about this. I love the stage. I love the action. Main event. Unfortunately, the title will not be on the line, but his pride will be, and that's good enough for me.
Any response, Tim?
You bring that energy, man. I want that energy coming into the fight because when I do, and mark my words, I will knock you out in under 12 rounds.
You can try, my man. You can try, but you're going to get more than energy. You're going to get these hands, baby, all up in your face.
You're going to be running. You're going to be running, and I'm going to be catching you like a little gazelle.
Yo, fat feet, slow. Man, look, in Australia, that's an island very far away. I did not know flat-footed Mexicans were born in Australia. Tszyu?
You wait.
Mexican Tszyu, what you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style.
Mexican Tszyu, what you gonna do?
I got a Mexican style, but Mexican styles are one of the greatest styles in the world, so don't be disrespecting Mexican styles.
I ain't lost to no Mexican. Do your research. Watch more tape.
Don't be running.
Watch more tape if you want to debate.
Don't be running.
I have not lost to no flat-footed, slow
don't be running
Mexicans, okay?
Don't be running like a gazelle.
You just want me to stand there?
Don't be
Please
running.
do. Please let me beat you up, Keith.
Let's go.
Please let me beat you up.
Middle of
Can
the
I
ring.
punch you in the face?
Okay, middle of the
Can
ring.
I punch you? Please.
Middle
Please.
of the ring.
I'll be
go.
right there, baby.
All right.
I'll be right there.
Deal.
I won't be hard to find.
Beautiful. That's what I want.
Don't miss it. It's the main event of the evening. PBC pay-per-view on Prime. Well, fans, this concludes our press conference for today for the inaugural PBC pay-per-view event available on Prime Video. Once again, Saturday, March 30th, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Our fighters are going to be here for photo opportunities. Thank you very much for your attendance. And don't forget, tickets are available today. Pre-sale, take it away.
So the event has been officially launched there in Los Angeles with Tim Tszyu to fight against Keith Thurman, a very confident Tim Tszyu as well, who has declared that this is the Tim Tszyu era. Keith Thurman, well, he was being Keith Thurman throughout that press conference, and now for the first time, these two fighters do face off, and this is the first time in a long time that Thurman has fought at 154 pounds, super welterweight. Let's see if we can hear what's being said. So some harsh words from the outset between these two. As Thurman slits the throat